I'll never forget the first time that I saw my 4-year-old daughter's bowel movement in the toilet, and it literally scared me. She wasn't more than 45 pounds, but her bowel movement was about as thick as my wrist and about as long as her arm.
Tonight. We want to grow new appendages, okay? All right? And we want to hear better?
Yes.
Without that?
Wow.
Would that be great?
Yes.
So how about if we got rid of that, you can hear great, and then the ears grow back?
Okay.
Is that a good deal? Well, what do we want to do? Want to put your hands up in the air?
I like to pray.
You have to what?
I like to pray.
What?
You want him to pray?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm here in church on Saturday night at 10 after 10. How long has it been since you've been in church on Saturday night, 10 after 10? And last night, 10:30. And then you got to get up tomorrow morning. He touched me. Oh, hey. And oh, I'm going to put my hand, I'm going to pop over, pull the power, and break that demon. Hey, you can hear me, Hayden.
Yes, sir.
But this should settle the issue. And I can't wait to hear about the new kidneys. I can't, all of this.
I remember. I was nothing. Ooh, he's so good. Oh, Jesus. I would try to read a little bit more. Jesus. You know, I get a little frisky sometimes. Jesus. 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 Stand up, you. They that know their God will be strong. Jesus. They that know their God will be strong. It's an amazing thing how people attack the joy. And the joy of the Lord is our strength. Fire. These signs shall follow them that believe in my name. They'll lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. Jesus. Jesus. Fire. There it is. See, some people don't like the joy. Jesus. Fire. But in his presence is fullness of joy. Jesus. With joy you shall draw forth from the wells of salvation. All those that attack the joy will be weak. Weak. Jesus. Jesus.
Are you sure? Up to you. You guys want to hear some rock and roll or you want to go home? See ya.
I used to play Little League Baseball. I was quite the baseball player, you wouldn't believe. But I said to my mother, Mom, she would be there, always there for me. She said, son, you could be a professional baseball player. I said, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
Hey y'all, I'm at Fox and Friends. We're debuting Still Proud to Be an American, and I'm dropping a new song today. LGBTQRST, it sounds a whole lot like Chinese math to me. Man, you're either born a boy or a girl, and definitely not a cat. So hold on to your Bibles, your guns, and your cash. It's Jesus and Trump coming back.
The enemy can speak to me, just death, or that I should take my life when times of great loneliness, I just get really lonely.
With Jesus in the room, you get lonely? Come on, man.
You're right.
Leave alone, Satan, in the name of Jesus. My God, don't you touch him again. Shut your mouth.
Look at this big old hunk of cheese in my coffee. If y'all haven't tried cheese coffee, honey, you're missing out. Perfect. I'm gonna show you how to make it. First, you take you a good old hot cup of coffee, steaming hot. I use this classic cinnamon roll. That's my favorite. Then you take whatever cheese you want. I have a blueberry cobbler cheddar cheese. I think that'd be good. But you can use regular cheddar, flavored cheddar, white cheddar, the orange kind of cheddar, whatever cheese you want. Now you want to cut it up in cubes, about this size. And you plop it in your coffee. Okay, that's good and full. You see the cheese down in there? Let's see if there's any left. You'll be digging at the bottom for that next piece of cheese. Trust me. I think it's all gone. Cheese coffee. There's nothing like it. Cheers.
And here we have our world famous barbecue burrito. Inside it has refried beans, cheese, grilled chicken, and then it's smothered with barbecue sauce. It is not ketchup, my friends. Believe me, it's barbecue sauce. Not all barbecue sauce has to be brown. So this is our barbecue sauce.
Oh my God. Okay.
The biggest oyster I have ever seen.
Please no. Congratulations. Cheers.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it, here it is, the Big Arch. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to eat this product for my lunch, just so you know. So first, holy cow. God, that is a big product. All right, the moment of truth. It's a delicious product. I love this product. It is so good. It's a delicious product. That is so good. That's a big bite for a big product.
Sometimes you want fine dining, and sometimes you just want Skyline Chili's. The Skyway promotion at Skyline Chili offers 50% more cheese on any regular or large 3-way, 4-way, or 5-way at no extra cost.
Just heat it up to eat it up. Oh yeah.
So don't change the diesel, turn it up a little. Got some cheesy drizzle, dripping on my shizzle. Waiting on the brizzle, the pizzle, the diesel G's. When the cheese hits your tongue, it'll scream, oh shit. Hungry kids in the crib, ma. Pocket like it's hard, pocket like it's hard.
I love this product.
Like it's hard. When the cravings got a hold of you, pocket like it's hard.
It's a delicious product.
Oh yeah, so ready.
That is so good.
Now it's time to undress you.
This call is from a federal prison. This call is from
Robert Kelly.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. You may begin speaking now.
I got 2 minutes. Let's go. First, I want to thank my fans for being the realest. Now let's get down on business on this breezy remix. Had to make this phone call just to let you know you ain't shit. It's questions on my mind. It's questions on my mind. You're still selling my music, making all this money. Don't even send shit to my books for commentary, no. Though I'm in this place, I know I don't deserve this. No. There's questions on my mind. There's questions on my mind. Did I build you up? Build you up? When I put you all? No. emojis. How you not gonna show me love? Show me love. And I'm not talking about no cheat. Tell me who's getting all my checks? Where's my money? Tell me who's getting paid for my grind? All of that's supposed to be mine. Oh, who gave you 34 years? Who made you billions of dollars? Who put the R in the R&B sweat and is killing me and my still making me all of damn it? Tell me who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of my residuals? I just need to know. Tell me who. They just called Rick. I gotta go.
But you said there was something negative,
Something bad was going to happen.
And the little kid ran thinking he was going to push his hands on the glass and went out 52 floors to his death, which was just tragic.
Well, let's maybe talk about some happier things when we come back from this commercial break. Be right back. Stay tuned.
Tomorrow at 3, falsely accused of rape.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Brian Wilson! Right here,
Okay, I would like to play just a little teaser of my next single recording. And it's called I'm a Little Teapot. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle and here is my spout. When I get all ready, I will shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Little teapot.
Already, I will shout, tip me over and pour me out.
I've got my boots on with my tuxedo. I'm wearing blue jeans and I'm wearing a top hat.
Don't miss psychic Jean Dixon's latest predictions in this week's Star.
I see danger for Charles and Di, a family edition for Jerry, and more sadness for Joan.
Also in the Star, how death threats have forced Farrah to be guarded day and night. And 10 easy exercises to give you firmer, younger-looking skin. Plus, the untold story of legendary lover William Holden. From his secret weekend with Grace to his romance with Stephanie Powers that was torn apart by booze. Pick up the Star this week.
And get my latest prediction.
Before we close, please briefly review your message to our viewers.
Absolutely. You really can feel as alive and healthy as you did when you were in your 20s. But first, you've got to get your colon unclogged of all the pesticides, parasites, livestock hormones, and old fecal matter and chemicals that have been trapped in there for a long time. If your bowel movements are thin or short or infrequent, then your colon is most likely clogged, like the pipes of an old house that have nearly clogged shut over the years. In essence, you'll clean out the pipes, the clogged pipes of your old house. And second, they'll help your digestion stay healthy so you don't get clogged up and weighed down again. Right away, you'll start to have healthy, normal-sized bowel movements, the same as a younger person does.
Very impressive, Clee.
I'll tell you what, we have a caller on the line. We want to go to Gary. Gary, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Welcome to the show.
I'm 45, and for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been eating very well. I've been eating lots of vegetables, I've been eating less fatty food, and I've even been taking some multivitamins. Still, I just don't feel perfect. I'm still tired most of the time. I feel like something is missing. Do you think this product will help me?
Oh, Gary, let me ask you a question. Do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay, well, are your bowel movements the same size and length as theirs are?
Absolutely not.
I was going to say in proportion to your size, but you're saying that even their bowel movements are larger and thicker than yours, and you're obviously an adult.
Theirs are all much larger for their size.
Okay.
Friends say, let's go drinking. You're never coming out, boy. What are you thinking? Well, I'm not posing. It just makes no sense.
I'm just watching TV.
I'm happy with my 70s.
Hustle here, hustle there. SD, the place where learn to surf and play the guitar. Then along came the Mexican tar. I'm just watching TV. I'm just watching TV. Don't you bother me. I'm just watching TV. Surf idols, the Crystal Pier said, nobody works around here. Don't you this, don't you that. Being in the water is where it's at. I'm just watching TV. I'm just watching TV. Don't you bother me. I'm just watching TV.
Man must know its limitations.
I was a big contender. Fancied myself a real big spender. Always up for the all-night bender. Till my soul got returned to sender. I'm just watching TV. I'm just watching TV. Don't you bother me. I'm just watching TV. I'm just watching TV.
I'm happy with my 70s.
Hemp, holy hemp. Hemp, hemp, holy hemp. Hemp, holy hemp. Yeah, this is what we need to create a whole new world through sustainability. Yeah. Let's break it on down. Look at why hemp deserves a crown. 25,000 uses been found. Oh my goodness, where shall we start? I think we'll start way down deep in the heart. Yeah, deep in the heart. We got so much love for a plant that knows it's making medicine everywhere that it grows. Sequestering the carbon right out of the air. Replenishing the soil, dropping leaves everywhere. Its root grows deep, at least a foot down. Breaking up the soil, letting nutrients abound. CBD to ease the suffering. CBD to ease the pain. Within a complex mix of full spectrum cannabinoid.
Kazuli, what's going on, dudes?
Everybody is doing their thing. Some of them are ahead of the curve. And that is why they are just misunderstood.
Hey, Mike. How we doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Well, I met you actually. I sat next to you when we went to Joe Mears. You came and you had dinner.
governor,
It was in Michigan. I was running for governor.
Oh, yeah, you were running
I was
for
the guy.
governor. No, okay,
they
no, I
kicked me
remember.
off the ballot.
Yeah.
We would have won Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. No,
We were like a
got
lock.
dinner, yeah.
So it was great. And I do have your pillows. And then you recommended that I try your sheets.
Right on.
Remember?
That worked, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You take care.
Tractor ride right here.
Hey.
Tractor ride right here. This morning I was doing some research, right? In the supernatural. And I'm wondering, in the warfare, like, so often we get distracted by the pettiness of the enemy. It's just a distraction. So don't be distracted. And then the Holy Spirit showed me this. When Jesus will say to many people, I never knew you, that's the same as when people think they know you, but they don't. And you say back to them, yo, you don't even know me. Yo, you don't even know me.
Are you rolling? Oh, you're okay. So, Cream of Clapton tribute band is going out. Of course, Will Johns and some family members. So we just want to say shout out to the Cream of Clapton. We look forward to seeing you out on the road sometime. Feel that, Will? That's out. Oh, yeah. That's how it goes. Okay, that's how it's done, guys. Cut.
It's all going to be okay. Because we have
Well, enough is enough, it's gone too damn far. I'm American man and proud of where I'm from. I respect the flag with honor, yeah, it's where I firmly stand. The mainstream press won't run my life, I'm proud to be American.
Here we go.
Happy birthday! Hey! Boss man, what do you say? Today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hey, do you want to win a golf cart? Come to the Freeway RV. We'll throw in a case of beer. Good luck, boys.
Perfect, Joe. Perfect.
Yeah! That's a wrap.
Here he is, old as fuck. Y'all ready? Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday, Bobby! Yes, sir! I wish that we make lots of money tonight and maybe get some pussy. We got it.
What's up, Tim? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tim. What's up? Happy birthday to you.
Hi, Jared. How you doing?
Oh, I guess okay, Uncle Al.
Hey, come on now. What kind of talk is that?
Well, my mom won't let me drive the car.
Drive the car? Jared, you're only 5 years old.
I know, Uncle Al, but there's so many things I want to do.
Jared, you might as well get used to the fact. That's life.
That's life. That's what all the people all say.
You're riding high in April.
Shut down to me. But I know I'm gonna change that tune.
When I'm back on top in June, I say that's life.
That's life. And it's funny as it may seem. Some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. I don't let it get me down.
'Cause this old world keeps spinning around.
I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king.
I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing.
Each time I find myself, blood on my face,
I pick myself up and get back in the race.
that's life. And I can't deny it. Many times I'm gonna put now, but my heart won't buy it. And if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and
My man, that's my man. There's our Jared. Do you have that recording, Vinny, there? Do you have that? I want Jared to take, that's the first copy, and I want him to take that home and put it in a frame. Thank you very much, Vinny. One more time, our little Jared Spector. That's life. We have a swinging show for you this morning. Stay with us. We're going to be right back.
Dad, what's the difference between a noise and a sound effect?
Most people tend to classify both of them together, but a noise is different in that it's nondescript. You can't identify it. That's a noise. A sound effect is describable. You know what those are. You can identify them.
You can be a siren.
Yes, I'm the loudest man in the world to be in the Guinness Book of Records. I do 125 dB with this voice alone. But I can't do it inside a building. I have to do it outside.
Jesus was talking to his disciples. He spoke of the Holy Ghost power and might. When he had spoken, as they beheld him, a great cloud received him right out of the sight. But Jesus is coming, oh Jesus is coming. When is he coming? Just city now. Why is he coming? He's coming to get us. How is he coming on a snow white cloud? Now he walked among men as a perfect example, with God living in man, the things he can do. He left us a roadmap to carry the gospel. He gave us the power to spread the good news. But Jesus is coming, oh Jesus is coming. When is he coming? The city now. Why is he coming? He's coming to get us. How is he coming on a snow white cloud? he's coming back again. Death could not kill, the grave could not hold him, and time can destroy him. He's coming back again, the Savior of men. Jesus is coming, oh Jesus is coming. When is he coming? Just today now. Why is he coming? He's coming to get us. How is he coming on a snow white cloud? Jesus is coming, oh Jesus is coming. When is he coming? Just today now. Why is he coming? He's coming to get us. How is he coming on a snow white cloud? Jesus is coming, oh Jesus is coming. When is he coming? Just today now. Why is he coming? He's coming to get us. How is he coming on a snow white cloud? Jesus is coming, oh Jesus is coming. When is he coming? Just today now. Why is he coming? He's coming to get us. How is he coming on a snow white
Look at photo. Donald's almost Donald. Check him out. Mr. Potato Head, where's your other ear?
It's over here.
They asked about my MRI. MRIs are very,
No. What part of your body was the MRI looking
I
at?
have no idea. It was just an MRI. What part of the body? It wasn't the brain because I took a cognitive test and I aced it. I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank
you
you,
too.
Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President.
You too.
Hey, there has been some confusion online, and it is high time to address the controversy, so let me just tell it to you straight. If you see my face
and my face selling you CBD products online, don't get taken advantage of. We want to be clear, crystal clear. We have never endorsed a CBD product, so we can't vouch for their safety or business practices.
what's really happening is people are being scammed by fraudsters who post ads saying, free, but give us your credit card. This opens the consumer up to hidden shipping, insurance fees, limited or no refund options, and worst of all, sometimes they're even stealing their credit card information. So do not give your money to some unknown person who is using our name and images without our consent. Some of the people that are seeking this out are already immune compromised. Then they're especially vulnerable to the heavy metals, the pesticides.
In particular to the fungus that you just mentioned, because it grows like these big mothballs in your lungs, takes over your breathing ability, it can kill you. It can burrow its way into arteries. I mean, it's a horrible death. I had no idea you were finding those kinds of elements as well. And don't get duped. Thousands of people are being scammed, and we need your help. So please, share this video, spread the word.
And stay aware, stay vigilant. Let's fight this together.
Ooh.
Lollipop, where are you?
I'm over here, Aunt Dee.
Over where?
I'm over here under the tree. I'm laying down.
What are you doing over there?
Oh, Aunt Dee, it's wonderful. You've got to come over here. God is speaking to me.
God is doing what?
That's what I said. God is speaking to me.
Lollipop, I don't understand what you're talking about. Uncle Sam is waiting for us. Kids Jamboree has started.
Oh, Aunt Dee.
What?
I never knew you were that tall.
That's because you're down there and I'm up here, and what are you doing down there?
Aunt Dee, God is speaking to me, and you can't interrupt God. Look, come sit down with me here, and you can hear God speak too. It's wonderful. Because I was just laying here looking up into the sky and everything. Look, boys, this is wonderful. Oh, Aunt Dee, look.
What? What is it?
Oh,
what do you see
no.
now? Is God going to tell us something again?
I think so, Aunt Dee. Oh, it's a dead baby bird.
Oh, that is sad. Oh, look at that. But you know something? I think God can speak to us through that little dead bird. You know why?
Why?
Because God says that he knows every time a little tiny bird dies and falls to the ground, and how much more he loves us and cares for us and takes care of the baby birds, and don't let those ants bite. The ants are God provided too, so it would eat dead things and we wouldn't have dead things all over the earth. And so God thought of everything. But you know what he's saying about the baby bird? He loves the baby bird and he provided food for it. But he says, how much more I care about you more than even that little bird, because I provide everything for you and I love you. So God's speaking to us even through a little dead bird.
Well, Aunt Dee.
You know, I think you've got a good idea being out here letting God talk to us.
I think so too, and you know what? I have an even better idea.
In the past, so many of our churches
Always time for coffee. Always time for coffee. No matter where you're going, folks, there's always time for coffee. Swifty here, babe. Welcome to Hollywood.
Our first stop is glamorous Rodeo Drive. There's Lita Silver. That's my final answer. If it isn't my patience, Melanie Griffith and dashing Antonio Banderas. And there's Hollywood beauty Cindy Crawford. The world-famous Sunset Strip. Are paved with royalties and hype. How about a map to your house, Ruth Carey?
Endorse our soda.
Sell our sneakers. Just sign here.
Cool, honey. Become even more beautiful.
Agents, execs, producers beyond. Give us a sign. The green light is on.
Why, the always entertaining Cher. Tattoos are all the rage. Shall I put you in for one?
Look up and say cheese. Show us your pelly white. Smile to the camera. 1, 2.
Everywhere you turn, there are Hollywood studios.
You're perfect for my script. You'll laugh. You'll cry. Every word says you.
Hollywood favorite, Whoopi Goldberg.
Look, it's Hollywood's newest sensation. You know what that means, don't you, baby? You've arrived. You've arrived.
Would you believe it? I love music. I have an aptitude for music.
What type
Can
of
you
music?
believe that? During, over our lives, we take tests and aptitude tests and all this. I've always had a high aptitude for music, but I love great music. You know a song that does get people moving, though? I'll play beautiful, I love Broadway stuff and, Phantom of the Opera and Les Mis, etc. You know what gets them rocking? YMCA. YMCA. The gay national anthem. Did you ever hear that? They call it the gay national anthem. But YMCA gets people up and it gets them moving.
Are you still eating your all beef diet?
Unfortunately, yes.
Have you ever masturbated?
Unfortunately, yes.
And was it something that filled you with pleasure or shame?
Shame entirely. Because I really believe this. I believe that when that's happened, I felt bad because it's an act that was reserved only for marriage. I've asked the Lord for strength and never to do it again, and if I did it again, I would never stop until I quit. And you never give up. The same with the diet. No matter, I used to be heavy and way heavier, and I'd never stop. I'd say never again. And then I had a big pizza meal, but I said I'd never stop saying never, as long as I keep knocking positive thinking in, and never quit until you overcome yourself and get onto that diet. And the same thing when I did those things with myself, I never said it was right. I still believe it was wrong, except that I was weak and tempted. And I just asked the Lord for strength to overcome these things. And he gave it to me.
Do you have any recollection of what a woman tastes like?
No, I really don't. Because most of the time it was covered with honey or peanut butter.
That's getting me hungry, that part.
And so the honey and peanut butter was just, covering whatever taste there might be. So I can't say that I've had any taste. But, I was only concerned of giving her pleasure. And once that 3-hour limit was up, if she wanted to do the same, fine. If not, well, it was fine, okay with me. It didn't bother if it never happened to me. I've always told them, I don't want you to touch me, when the night first began. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you to disturb me, because I don't want to release myself, because I'm only here to give you pleasure for at least 3 hours, because once I was released, I'd be as weak as water.
Right.
And then she said, all right, this is one example of one girl. And then I would first start not only by undressing her slowly, but also of smoothing her body with baby lotion or some body cream before the shower. And then, of course, it will be washed off again in the shower. Now, as I was aroused, I still told her, don't touch me, whatever you do. Now, I had a clock there, so I would at least make sure it took at least 3 hours. And basically, after the shower was over and we, lie down on the bed at one time, I was still aroused, and she was wondering what the heck was going on, because I was doing everything to her without penetration.
You went down on her, in other words.
That was afterwards, but during the shower, I was just massaging her in the shower all over, with the knees as well as the hands.
Right.
And also, after the shower, when we lied in bed, I still told her not to touch me, and then I would take out the ukulele and then play a few numbers, and she was wondering what's going on.
She was afraid you'd use the ukulele.
No. The closest I came to that was using drumsticks.
My name is Nasser El-Sambari. I'm 35 years old, and I do live in San Diego, California.
Where are you from?
I think this doesn't matter.
Okay, excellent. What got you into body?
Take your piece of paper.
Do you want to hold it?
Oh, believe me, what got me in bodybuilding is takes too much time. I think it's totally unimportant.
You're just rubbing the papers while your hands. You'll get it right back. Thank you.
What got you to the 2001 Mr. Olympia?
I would actually like to say rather something else if you let me talk, okay?
Please.
Okay, I can start talking?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
No,
can you tell me what it's about?
No, it sounds good, believe me.
Okay, but I will stop you if it's not appropriate for our TV show.
Okay, this is my 9th Olympia qualification in a row. And the last 2 years I was actually smaller than I was supposed to be, because I wanted to have a different impact on stage. But I'm going back to the same old look, being big, hard, and for sure striated and also symmetrical. And I hope I will definitely make an impact on this year's Olympia.
Great. Did you want to ask him a couple of other questions,
May I?
like who his hero is?
What package do you need to show the judges that will beat everyone else?
You can't answer this.
No? Okay.
Then that's okay. We'll give you another one. Who's your hero in bodybuilding? Who do you admire the most?
I don't admire anyone.
Who do you admire in life?
Who do you want to beat most?
No, I don't want to be anyone. No heroes, no cartoon characters, no Arnold, and
No, I'm saying just in life as an individual, somebody who inspires you personally.
No.
You don't have any.
Do you have anything to say to someone trying to start out in this bodybuilding, watching you, a fan?
No.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let me show what this might be like, not as a demo, in an actual session. And as I'm going to go here, we're going to actually take the energy of the soul energy. And we're going to take it and going to bring it into the axis of the mind. So what is it like if you're thinking mind about rules and who you have to be? What if it's inspired by soul? And what if this is around the experience instead, which is associated with this area? What if this case is experience of anger or betrayal? That I'm angry because I've been betrayed, so I'm going to keep intimacy away. And what if suddenly your soul knows intimacy is not with the personality, it's with soul. And your mind follows that rules. Could that kind of change your life? Watch. And just let you know, this is not my other system, it's not network, it's not this, it's own thing, inspired what I learned from the previous things. Keep your legs down. Energy. You may feel that. Raise your hand to feeling it. That's the difference. That's how we affect others. With our energy all the time. With more energy, we affect it coherently. Here we go. That stillness, that openness, is soul and intelligence, where it's hard to even think. I told you that stuff was warm up. Arms up, arms up. The people who know network, this is what creates the phase, and you'll see the body tension pattern shift. And rather than experience of trust and intimacy being in the mind of the rules, it's back in the soul. And the mind just as joyous. And when you experience the connection of everything, life is different.
but she's claiming me too. What are you gonna call? Whoa, Busters! And they can't tell me you, but you're anti-Jew. Who are you gonna call? Whoa, Busters! I ain't afraid.
I'm coming.
Well, what you doing, Gopher?
Oh, just watching my favorite TV show.
Oh, what's that, the Antiques Roadshow?
Yeah, I was on that show once.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, did you find something of real value?
Well, kinda. I took this thing in that I found in the attic behind a bunch of boxes.
Oh, really?
It had been there for years, ever since I'd moved in 30 years before.
That sounds like it could have been really good.
Not really.
Oh, why not? What was it?
The hot water heater.
Where are you from, Gopher?
About 50 miles south of here in the mountains.
Oh, what town?
No town. We just live way up in the hills.
Way back in the hills.
Yeah, we had to go toward town to hunt.
That's back in the woods.
Yeah, we was poor. Didn't even have a chimney. Had to take the smoke out of the house in a bucket.
Oh, that is poor.
I didn't have any clothes as a kid.
No clothes?
Yeah, I just had to stay in the house.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, it wasn't so bad. When I was 7, they bought me a hat so I could sit at the window and look out. Oh, darn. What's wrong? I broke my pencil. I could fix that.
All my aunts were big, you know. And here's the way I just repeat what she used to say. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna take a water pill. I think most of this is just fluid, you know.
Yeah, well, let me ask you, you look like you've lost weight now. Are you exercising more?
Oh, no, that exercise will kill you. Exercise will kill you. All I do, I just buy bigger shirts. It fools everybody.
Yeah. Well,
and I quit going to doctors. You know, those doctors will kill you. You know.
Well, you know, I knew a doctor once. If you couldn't afford the operation, he could touch up the X-ray.
That's right.
How about you?
See, every time you go to the doctor, no matter what your problem is, they tell you to lose weight and they tell you to exercise. Well, I don't want to hear it. So I just don't go.
You're always traveling.
Yes, I
Are
am.
you still driving everywhere?
I drive everywhere I go. I'm afraid to fly. I've always been afraid to fly. I don't mind flying once a year just to catch up on my drinking and my praying. You can't smoke on an airplane either.
No, that's true. You still smoke?
Yeah, I smoke my cigars.
Oh, cigars are not supposed to be as bad as cigarettes, I understand.
Well, I tell you, that's one reason that I don't join a health club. You can't smoke in a health club, you know, so. But no, I don't like to fly. It's too dangerous out there, you know. You always look good.
Well,
you
thank
know?
you.
And I hate you because I know you eat good and you never gain weight.
Well, the thing, I eat anything I want, and for some reason, I don't gain weight. But,
yeah, I hate people like you. I really
I'm
do.
just very lucky. I'm just very lucky. Yeah. Well,
I'm coming.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.